And you, how is your father?
He's better now, teacher. With my mom, we have given him many natural remedies, and we trust in God that the remedies will work and in him.
Okay, I really hope so.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, Sophia, also for your understanding. Good morning, Christelle. How are you?
Hello, how are you, teacher? I am fine, thank you.
I'm fine also. Thank you very much for being there. I'm sorry for the delay, but I'm glad to be here again. Okay, and girls, for today, we have a special lesson. Today, we are going to talk about the simple future, okay? So I invite you to have the PowerPoint in front of your eyes because we are going to need it. As you can see, the objectives, there are two objectives for this session. First, we are going to review the main features of the simple future tense, its uses, structures, and forms for affirmative, negative, and interrogative sentences. And then we are going to identify the differences between will and be going to. And here in be going to, you see that I have added, normally we talk about only going to, but to be more specific and to help you also understand, I have added the be going to because we cannot talk in this tense without the verb to be. So I invite you to see the two different quotes on the slide number 3 for the step 1, okay? And you need to reflect and share your opinions. There is one in black and there is one in white. We are going to start by the black one, okay? Who wants to read it, please?
You read like
Yes, Christine?
it's going to be hard, but hard isn't impossible.
Very good. What does it mean to you, Christelle? This reflection.
I think
Yes.
that however may think, they usually always have solution.
There is always a solution.
The important thing is something the way and the intent or hope.
Okay. Okay. Yes, I
The
am.
other?
No, okay. We are just going to talk about the first one and then we will come back to this. Okay, to the other one. Okay, and what do you think? You very much, Christelle. Laura, what do you think about this quote? The first one.
I think that not because things are difficult or things are hard, they are impossible to do. Sometimes people abandon their dreams or their purposes or their projects because it's hard. It's not always easy. You find a lot of difficulties during your not always, but sometimes when you have a project, you may find a lot of difficulties, but that's not a reason to stop doing or to fail. I think it's an excellent quote because we have to take it in mind always when we have projects.
Yes, you're totally right. When we, for example, start a new career or a new job or a new activity, a new business, we are always like facing challenges and difficulties. But as you say, when we always have to find a solution and don't quit, no? The easiest way is to quit something because it's hard.
Yes.
And to abandon what we are doing or what we have to do. So, yes, indeed. Sophia, please, what do you think?
All too often people give up because something is hard. I think that anything worth doing requires work. For example, if you want to start a business, but you were unwilling to do the extra work it will require, how successful would you be? Will you be? I think that the difficult things are those that one day will give you a greater happiness.
A greater satisfaction when you have overcome all the difficulties, all the problems. You look behind and you say, oh my God, I have done all of this. And
Yes, yes,
you
that's
feel
true.
proud. You feel proud.
Just because something is hard doesn't mean it's an impossible task. For example, successful people know that in order to do great things, they will need to do what the average individual isn't willing to do. Work really hard on difficult tasks. We know that the life is hard for all. Every time you address the challenges you face, it will make you stronger and increase your self-esteem. Self-esteem.
Yes.
Before you know it, you will be accomplishing things that you once thought impossible.
Yes, yes, indeed. It's something that we have to think sometimes like in a long perspective. If we just think in about today or tomorrow, it is difficult because we say, oh my God, I am overwhelmed, no? I have
Yes.
many things to do for the university, for many things. But if you think in a long perspective and you do step by step with the means that you have, then you will achieve your different goals. Yes. Thank you very much, Sophia, and to all you three. Let's read the next, the white quote. Maybe, Sophia, you can read it?
Yes. Either I will find a way or I will make one.
Either, yes, I will find a way or I will make one. What does it mean to you? It's quite related to what we were talking, no?
Yes, I believe that this phrase could be considered a love of life.
Okay.
It's something, if something you are doing is difficult and that you don't see how to solve it, you should try to do everything possible to find a way to solve it, and despite the difficulties. If you don't see a path, you invent it. It's
You
as
need to be
simple as that.
creative.
Yes, people have a great intelligence. Intelligence that
Intelligence, yes.
take advantage of and often I tutor. How can I say pereza?
Laziness?
Yes, and often laziness or do things in a teacher in English mediocre. Mediocre.
I think that there is the same word mediocre. Let's see if there is another one. Let me check.
Yes. Okay.
I think.
Often laziness or do things in a mediocre manner doesn't help to us to improve.
You can also say it a poor way. A poor, like pobre, the same,
Yes.
in a poor way.
A poor way. Okay, teacher. Thank you. That's that I think.
Okay, Sophia. Yes, indeed. I think that life requires us to be creative, to face all the different challenges that we have to face every day. Okay, and Laura, what do you think about this other quote?
Teacher, I think that it means that all we have the power to do what we want to. The purpose, what the purposes we have, we can get them. Either if we have difficulties or if it looks impossible, we can make we can find a way to do the things we want to do. I think years ago, like century ago, people didn't have internet, didn't have as much as technology as we have today, but they found a way to do all the inventions we have today. It's awesome how the technology has advanced,
yes, advanced
during the last decades, and how people could invent cell phones, computers, airplanes, other awesome things from nothing, because they only had elementary materials like what we have, and they found a way to do it. So it's, if we give our best, we can do whatever we want.
Indeed, I totally agree with you. And I am afraid that sometimes, because we have all this modern technology, that we are not as creative as we used to be, you know? Because when we have all of this, I don't know what you think about this.
It's true, teacher. I totally agree.
Because sorry, go ahead.
People has become lazy because they have all in hand technology. Now, if you need to do a homework, you just go to Google and copy it, but you don't create. So it's a bad thing, I think.
Yes.
It's very sad.
I agree with you. I have to face that with my students, the teenagers. They just do the minimum, you know. And I remember when I was at school, we didn't have internet at that time. The computers area was very basic, and we had to look on books, go to the library, search for the information. It was different. So yes. Okay, and Christelle, please, what do you think about this last quote?
That that difficult as they seem, there are no excuse for it. You have to look for the possibilities or invent them. The important thing is not to stop doing things.
Yes, indeed. Yes. Okay. Now, as you could see, we have that the first quote, it was with the be going to, it's going to be, and the other one is with will, okay? So from not maybe what you search, but from what you know, what are the differences between these two forms? Both serve to speak about the future events, but for you, what have you learned maybe here in the UNAD or in your school about these two different forms? Who wants to participate?
Me, teacher.
Yes, Sophia, please.
I know that will and going to
Yes.
are both used in the future tense.
Yes.
When will is used in the simple future tense, where the decision is immediate. True is used to express the future as a fact, or express what we think might happen in the future, and when we decide at the time of speaking that something has to be done in the future. Going to is used for a decision that has been taken before speaking for something, which is likely to happen to sure in the future and to express an action.
Indeed. Okay, yes, thank you very much. Thank you, Sophia. Okay. Yes, Laura.
Well, I always had known that will and going to is for future tense. But I didn't have really clear what the difference between these
two forms.
These two forms. So I have to read about this to know, because I didn't have it clear. Now I have more idea about that.
Okay, that's it. This is the purpose of our today's lesson, is to give you a more clearer idea of when do we use will and when do we use going to. Okay? Okay, Laura, thank you very much. And Cristel?
Between well and going to. For example, we use will to express a prediction of our opinion of something that we believe will happen.
Okay.
Told you to do some
we are losing you, Cristel. The connection is not very good. We are losing you.
Very bad.
Yes, we can hear that. Maybe if you can hear us, maybe it's better to just listen, because it's very difficult to understand what you are saying.
One moment. I review my connection. With this. For example.
Yes. Okay, while we wait for Cristel, I invite you to watch this link. This is a very short video that shows you with the very clear examples the different uses of will and of the be plus going to. Okay, please have a look on it and let me know when you have finished watching it.
about the future simple. Hello, teacher.
Cristel, we can hear you much better.
Can you listen to me? Okay.
Yes.
Before. Okay. I begin. We say.
Yes.
I say that we use will to express a prediction of our own. That's it. An opinion of something that we believe will happen. It's also used to offer to do fun things or to promise. For example, we have a she will be an excellent doctor. Or I'll help you with your homework.
Like a spontaneous action, yes.
Okay. And on the contrary, on our contrary,
the opposite, maybe.
Opposite. The going to is used to express the intention to do something. Whether plans or decisions in the short or long term. We can also use it to make predictions of the future based on certain evidence.
Yes.
Okay. For example, we have I'm going to study for the test first time in the morning. Or Maria is going to play video games with me. Okay, teacher, that's all.
Yes, you have a good, complete idea about the differences. I invite you, Cristel, to also watch the video. Let me share with you the link so you can watch it. Okay. Oh my goodness, it's not working. What's going on? Hello, Miguel. Good morning.
Good morning, teacher.
How are you?
I am fine, thank you.
Today we are making a longer session because as maybe you saw in the emails, there was no power here in the region where I live. So we started like at 10:30 and we will stay a little longer. We right now are watching the presentation about the different uses. Yes, exactly. So if you have a look, so you can have an idea what we are doing.
Yes, teacher. I want to say to tell you that I am here because so I just arrived from the EPS, but they told me that the physiotherapist is incapacitated.
Oh my
By
goodness.
Because she's illness.
She's
She's
sick.
ill. So they gave me the appointment for tomorrow at the same time and at the same time.
Ah, okay. I'm glad that you're here with us.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, Miguel.
Do we have to watch that video?
Yes, you have to watch it and to see the different uses. And if you have any questions, prepare your questions so you can ask me afterwards. Good morning, Tatiana and Andres. Welcome. Today we are doing a longer session. As you know, I had some problems here, There was no power. So right now we are watching the link of the presentation to see the differences between the future with will and the future will going to. Okay, I am going to share again the link so you can have a look. Okay, if you, as some of you have finished, I would like you to tell me if you have any question regarding the video. Sophia, for example, do you have any questions?
No, not tutor. It's clear for me because in the video the teacher has a very clear pronunciation and she starts talking about what is the use for going to and will, and it's very clear.
Okay. Yes, I just will add that in the use of going to, there is something missing. We have seen that there is like a plan, no? When we have a long-term plan and also the intention, but also we can say, for example, when you see some dark clouds in the sky, and this is something that Tatiana was talking about, when we have evidence, we can say, for example, it is going to rain because
Yes.
I am seeing the clouds, okay? And this use is not on the video. Otherwise, I agree with you, it's a quite complete video. So for you, it is now clear the different uses.
Yes, dear tutor.
Okay, Sophia, thank you very much. How about you, Laura? Does it help you?
Yes, teacher, it's very clear because we have going to only for things that we have decided with time in the present that we will make in the future, and will has many more uses than going to, and we have the for predictions, for promises, for decisions at the moment, for making an offering, and I was watching another videos and there are more. Instead of going to, that is just only for things that are already planned. And there was another one, but I forgot it was going to. It was like
for intentions, maybe.
Yes, for intentions. Yes.
Intentions. Yes, indeed. Thank you very much, Laura.
Okay.
Indeed, as Sophia is saying here on the chat, we use going to for prediction in the near future when the speaker is sure, because there are signs about it, as we were talking about the clouds, for example. Okay, for the others, the ones that arrive a little later on, Andres or Tatiana, have you watched the video completely?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, Tatiana.
I think that when you or I use going to is to talk about a planned activity for the future.
Yes.
And will make when we decide to do something at the time of speaking.
Yes. It's more spontaneous.
Yes.
Okay, Tatiana. Very good. The others? Any questions, any doubts? Miguel, Cristel, Andres?
No, teacher. The video is so clear.
Okay, Miguel. Cristel, yes.
About the will is very clearly. About the going to, I want to know different is subject, must be, must going to, must verb. The verb only is only no, pardon. The verb is forever in infinitive or
yes, indeed. I was going to talk about the forms, okay? So let's review it together. For the going to, we have, as we were discussing before, we need a subject. Let's say, for example, she, okay? Then I need the verb to be in the present, so is. She's going. And then I need the preposition to. Every time I have the preposition to, I need to add an infinitive, always, okay? There are some like little cases when you can put it, the verb in the ing form. But concerning the be going to talk about future actions, you need to put the infinitive. So for example, she is going to study in France, okay? You see here, the study is in the infinitive form, okay? How can I make the negative? Who wants to participate? How can I say no? She
is not going to study in France.
Very good. So I can say she is not going to study in France. This is one possibility. Or I can make it in the short version, okay? Or the abbreviation. Who wants to do the abbreviation?
Okay, good morning.
Hello, Andres. How are you?
Very good. A little bit sick, but it's normal.
Yes, welcome to the Banana Boys Club. It's like...
Okay. For the first one, she's gonna study in France.
We can say she isn't, no? Like this.
Yeah, for the second one, yes,
The
she
negative.
isn't. Okay, she isn't gonna study in France.
Remember that we can write it like this. She's not going to study. This is one. Or we can also abbreviate by doing she isn't going to study. Yes, thank you very much. Okay. And how can I make the question for this one? How can I make the interrogative sentence?
Okay,
Yes,
me
Andres?
again.
Yes.
Is she in positive or negative?
In positive.
It's better positive.
Yes.
Yeah. Is she going to study in France or is she gonna study in France?
Very good. Is she going to study in France? Very good. Okay. So in general, we use the verb to be, the going to, and after the going to, an infinitive verb. Okay. Let's have a look with will. This is something to remember. Some of you maybe know it. Some of them maybe you have forgot. We have, for example, I will call you. This is a promise. You see a friend in the street and you tell this friend, I will call you. Okay? How can I make the negative sentence of this?
Me, teacher.
Yes, Miguel.
I will not call you or I won't call you.
Very good. I will not call you. Or remember the short version of will not is won't. I won't call you. Okay? This is another one.
Teacher, the other form of the question for the answer large that where is she going to study?
Yes, we can also, this is an open question. For example, when you use the WH, you have where is she going to study? We call it open because we have different possibilities, okay? When you ask, is she going to study? You are going to reply only with yes or no. No, is she going to study in France? Oh, yes, she is. Or no, she's not. Okay. When you ask, where is she going to study? You can say in France or in Canada or wherever she's going to. Okay. Now, going back to will, how can I make the question for will?
Me, teacher.
Yes, Miguel, please.
Will you wear the black skirt?
Yes, but we can also say, will you call me? For example, with the sentence that we were doing, will you call me? For example,
Yes.
it was your sentence was also good. Will you wear, for example, a skirt? Which color did you say? Will you wear
black? Or...
Yes, the black skirt. For example, you ask your girlfriend, will you wear the black skirt?
Yes.
This is another possibility. Remember that here the will is the auxiliary, and also with will you have to use the infinitive form, okay? Sometimes the infinitive form is called the base form. This is equal to say the base form. So if you have a list of verbs, irregular or regular verbs, the base form or the infinitive form is the first form, okay, of the verb. So we are going to make a couple of sentences together, okay? I'm going to give you the first one, and you have, whoever's want to participate, you let me, teacher, okay? The first, you have to choose between going to and will, and make the sentence with the correct form and the verb that I give you here in brackets, okay? Philip, 15 next Wednesday. How can I say that?
Me, teacher?
Yes, Laura?
Philip is going to be 15 next week, Wednesday.
This is more like something that, how can I say that? It's like a prediction somehow, okay? So it's not really a plan.
Okay, okay, yes, will be.
Philip will be, okay? We say it in Spanish, cumplirá. Okay, so it's not really a plan, okay? So Philip will be 15 next Wednesday, okay? Now, we are going to see the next one. They a new computer.
Me, teacher.
Yes, Andres.
They are going to get a new computer.
Very good. So getting a new computer is a plan, it's a project. Maybe you said, oh, the one I have now is not working very well, so I need to get a new one, okay? And you save some money, and this is something that you decide maybe before, no? Very good. Okay,
Thank you. And teacher, I have a question. When people generally say it's going to rain,
yes.
Is that a plan, intention?
No, it's a prediction, but if you use, it's a prediction. But if you use the going to, you must have an evidence. Okay?
Okay. When you see the sky and see the sky is cloudy, for
example. Exactly. You have to see the clouds, and you see, look at the clouds. It's going to rain. But the difference between predictions with going to and predictions with will is that with going to, you really need to see like the signs, the evidence. With will, it is maybe you are not 100% sure. Okay?
Okay, I get it. Thank you very much.
No problem. And we go with the next one. I'm going to share it again because I missed one part. Sorry. I think my mother
example, the boy is trying to decide what to
do. Yes, Tatiana?
Maybe I think my mother will to like the CD.
Very good. This is a prediction, okay? I am not so sure. I think, okay, that she would like this CD. Very good, Tatiana.
Okay.
Okay, now let's go with the next one. Paul's sister.
Me, teacher.
Yes. Miguel.
Paul's sister will have a baby?
Not will, because in any case, maybe it's a plan or maybe it's a prediction, because, and we have evidence, you know, you cannot like hide a pregnancy, okay?
I thought that maybe there is not evidence about that.
Okay. But in general, when we talk about children, we talk about we're going to. Why? Because people like, it takes time. People usually think that is something that you see at some point you are going to see the pregnancy. That's why.
Okay, teacher, thank you.
So Paul's sister is going to have a baby.
A baby. Okay.
Okay. Let's move on. Be careful with the next one. There is like a tricky word that you have to take into account. They at about 4 in the afternoon. Excuse me for one moment.
My teacher.
Yes, Sophia.
They will arrive around 4 in the afternoon.
Yes, very good. Why will and not going to?
Because it's something that may happen in the near future.
Yes, and the word about, what does it mean in this case, about? Are we sure that they are going to make it for 4 in the afternoon?
It's a prediction.
It's a prediction, but we are not sure. Maybe it will be 4:30 or it will be 4:45. Okay, so about is telling us that we are not sure, and when we are not sure, we better use will.
Okay, dear.
Thank you. Yes. And
Excuse me, teacher.
yes.
I know that is another way to use future with simple present, and I heard when you say or you set the hour.
Yes.
It's with simple present. For example, the soccer mat, sorry, starts at 2 p.m.
Yes.
Future.
Indeed, there are 4 forms to talk about the future. One, as you said, is the simple present, and you use the simple present when you have definite and clear and sure timetables. Okay? For example, you say, my flight leaves at 7 p.m. Okay? It doesn't matter whether I make it to the airport or not. It's going to arrive if it's leaving, okay?
Okay.
But here, that's what I say before you made the sentence, that there was a tricky word, and the tricky word was about, okay?
Okay.
If the what wasn't there, I could say they. First, I could say they arrive at 4 in the afternoon, for example. This was one possibility. I could also say they are going to arrive at 4 in the afternoon. Okay?
Okay, thanks.
No, to you, thank you also, Andres. And let's move on here. Another one. Just, oh my God, I forgot the other part. They say, just a moment. How can I complete this sentence? Yes. Who wants to participate?
Me, teacher?
Yes, Laura, please.
Just a moment, I will help you with the bags.
Very good. So this is a decision that I just take right now, at the moment. Okay?
Teacher?
Yes?
I'm sorry, I have to leave because I have to go to the bank before it closes. So...
Okay, Laura. Okay. For our next session on Friday, you will need to think about the benefits of sleeping. Okay? It will be a discussion.
Okay, teacher, it's on Friday. Yes?
Oh, on Friday, yes. And also one little thing before you go, I would like you to decide whether for the final exam, that it will be in like 4 sessions, whether you prefer to make an interview with me or a video.
I rather an interview, teacher.
An interview, okay.
Okay, teacher, thank you.
Okay,
See
Laura.
you on Friday.
Okay, have a nice day.
Okay, same to you. Bye, everyone. Have a nice day.
Laura. And you.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so there is another sentence. In 2020, people more hybrid cars. Yes, Cristel?
Okay. In 2012.
20?
2020. People are going to buy more every car.
Okay, but are we sure that people are going to buy more hybrid cars? Do we have any evidence?
I think that plans.
Okay. In general, it will be better, as we are not 100% sure, it will be better to use will, okay? Because we are making a prediction and we are not 100% sure. In 2020, people will buy more hybrid cars, okay? Let's move to some party. They say, Marvin, a party next week. How can I complete this sentence?
That's also
Yes.
Marvin.
Yes.
Marvin will going to a party next week.
Is going to throw a party. What is to throw a party? For the others too. To throw a party. Yes.
That's como he make. Él hará una fiesta.
Exactamente, yes. Él hará una fiesta, but here, because it's a plan, I say Marvin is going to throw a party next week. He has a plan. He has already thought about the cocktails, the invitations, everything. Okay, so here it was going to. And there are two more left. The verb here is fly in June.
Teacher?
Yes, Tatiana.
We going to fly to Venice in June.
In June, very good, because this is also a plan. I need to book the flights, I need to book the hotel, everything. Yes, indeed. Okay, and then we move on to the last one. This is something that Andres was asking me. Look at the clouds.
Me, teacher.
Yes, Sophia, please.
Look at the clouds. It's going to rain soon.
Very good. So here we have a clear evidence. Okay. Yes. So if you all think about, we use in general, we use the going to when we have a plan, more or less sure that is going to happen, an intention or a prediction that I have more than 50% that this is going to happen. On the contrary, I use will when I think, yeah, it may happen, but it's less, the probability is less than 50%, okay? And maybe you have seen the modal verbs. We are going to review them on the 14th lesson, and that will be the last grammar session that we will have. And you will see that will is considered as a modal verb, okay, to talk about the future. I am going to give you some questions. We are going to see if we have the time to answer all of them. Otherwise, we will continue next session. Okay, so let me share the questions here with you. Okay. Before answering the questions, as I asked Laura, I would like you to have the possibility also to give your opinion. What would you prefer? An interview like with me, or would you like to make a video for your final exam? The final exam will be around the 8th and 9th of May, so like in 2 weeks. Okay? So you can vote, you can let me know. Laura already said that she would rather prefer an interview.
Teacher, can you repeat, please?
Yes, sure. I was saying that for your final exam, I give you the possibility to choose. Either you make a video or you make an interview with me.
For the final exam.
Yes, yes.
Where is the date?
It's around the 8th or 9th of May, in 2 weeks, more or less.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
Yes. So what would you prefer, Sophia? To make a video and share with your mates, or to have an interview?
An interview is only with you?
Yes, with me.
And the video is with the classmates?
Yes, the video you have, for example, I give you the topic and you have to prepare the video, and then you have to share here the link.
The link.
With the interview, we organize like timetables. It would be like between 5 to 10 minutes each of you. You get online, also on Hangouts. I make you the questions, you answer them, and you get offline.
Oh, teacher, I prefer the interview.
The interview, okay. Yeah. Okay, Sophia. What about the others? Yes, Miguel?
Teacher, I prefer the interview too, because I think that is a good way to practice all that we have learned.
Learn, okay. Okay, Miguel,
Yes.
thank you. Thank you. So we have 3 for interview. Thank you very much. What about you, Andres?
I would rather the video. Sorry, interview. Sorry.
Okay.
Interview.
Okay, no problem. Okay. Tatiana also said interview. Okay, Cristel, how about you?
Interview.
Okay. Okay, so we will make an interview. I'm already preparing the guide and everything, so I will send it to you as soon as I finish. Okay? Thank you very much. And we will continue with the questions. The interview, yes. In general, what I would like is you to practice the different tenses that we have seen. So, for example, the simple present, the simple past, past continuous, present progressive, the future simple that we are studying today, and modal verbs. Okay, so basically I am going to ask you about why, for example, you decided to become an English teacher. Okay, this is something that I'm going to ask, but I'm going to send you the guide, okay, with the rubric and everything. Okay, so let's finish with these questions. The first one is, what are you going to do after you graduate from the UNAT? What are your plans?
Me, teacher.
Yes, Sophia, please.
After graduating from the UNAT, I will possibly to do a master's degree to improve my way of teaching English. Also, if given the opportunity, I will get a job as a teacher in a school or in an English course. I don't know.
Okay, okay, yes. Do you want to make the master degree also in the UNAT or maybe in another university?
I don't know, teacher. Maybe in the UNAT is the most possible.
Okay, okay. Thank you very much, Sophia. What about the others? What are your plans after you get your degree? And yes, Miguel?
Me, teacher.
Yes.
When I finish my studies in the UNAT, I think to study more to be better prepared to
And so
teach.
you want to make a master degree, Sophia?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, thank you very much, Miguel. What about you, Andres? Andres or Cristel, Tatiana, what are your plans after you graduate from the UNAT?
Hey, teacher, I
Yes,
want
Tatiana.
maybe to a military force or start my English in another country.
Okay, so you are planning on that. You are going to see maybe possibilities to go. Any specific country that you would like to go to?
Maybe Canada, teacher.
Canada?
Yes.
Ah, nice. Very good. Okay, Tatiana. Cristel, yes.
I would like to teach English in an institute or school, and also on the
Yes.
internet, as well
Ah,
as you,
okay, nice. Yes, it's a good way when there is
because
electricity.
because I think it is a way to help those people who want to learn English, but don't have time to go to institutes or academy
Uh-huh,
or
uh-huh.
something. But
Yes.
at night or the middle day, if they have. it is that is to say class personalizada.
Private lessons.
Private lesson. Yes.
So you want to make a
opportunity.
yes, private lessons online. Yes, it's for me. I have people that sometimes get late from work, and they can take time as you do in the late morning, for example, at 11, and they take lessons. My husband also he teaches French to people like this online. Sometimes on the weekends. It's a good way, as you say, for people that are busy. Thank you very much, Cristel. What about you, Andres?
Okay, when I finish my degree at UNAD, I'm going to continue studying my master. I guess, and continue there, and I'm going to continue studying more about English, and why not to learn about another language.
Yes, and German, French, Portuguese is also very nice, no?
Yeah, well, currently I am studying French by myself, but I know that it takes a long time.
Yeah, especially because of the grammar. French is like a Spanish. They have a complex grammar.
Yes, and the pronunciation too.
Yes, indeed, indeed. Okay, now thank you, Andres. We will ask. I wanted to ask you. I know that some of you love animals, and I would like you to tell me what will you do. This is an spontaneous action. What will you do if you see an abandoned dog in the street? This is also a first conditional sentence. Okay, real possibilities. What would you do for real?
Me, teacher.
Yes. Sophia.
Sorry, teacher. Wait a minute.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, sorry, teacher.
Okay, no worries.
If I see an abandoned dog, I will do everything possible to give him some food.
Yes.
If there is a space in the foundation where I help sometimes, I will take him there to give him a new home in the near future. I wish I could say that I will take the dog to my house to help, but I already have 2 dogs to take care, but it's impossible. But the first action is give him some food.
Very good. Yes, indeed. Thank you very much, Sophia. Okay, what about the others? Miguel, what will you do? The other ones? Tatiana, Miguel?
Yeah, teacher.
Yes, Tatiana.
I think that in the crisis moment,
Yes.
some food.
Uh-huh.
The truth will take a center or institute to give it in adoption. I could not stay with the dog in my house.
You cannot. Okay, okay. Thank you. Okay, what about you, Miguel? Andres or Cristel, what will you do?
Me, teacher.
Yes, Cristel.
I would leave him food, and I call a foundation that collects dogs from the street and sterilizar.
Yes, sterilize. Yes.
Sterilize them. I cannot take him home because I live on a second floor and I don't have a backyard.
You don't have a backyard, a garden?
I don't have. That's only.
Okay, sterilized. Indeed, this is very important because we all see all these abandoned dogs, and sterilization is such a good campaign. Okay, Miguel, what about you?
Yes, teacher. I don't know. Maybe looking for a home for animals. Or giving food.
Yes.
Unfortunately, in my house, I cannot have more animals because currently we have 2 cats.
Okay.
It's a sad feeling because many times I have seen animals in the street and I cannot do anything. And it is a feeling of impotence, you know?
Yes, a frustration. You feel frustrated. Yeah, but maybe you can give him some food.
Yes. Yes, sometimes we have seen animals in the street and sometimes we can give them water or food.
Okay, Miguel, thank you. What about you, Andres?
Well, in that case, I probably will look for a home for the animal, for the dog, with my friends or contacts. And if that is not possible, I will carry it to a refuge where people who care animals could carry it.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, thank you very much. Indeed, there are now many organizations that are pet friendly and that are very well organized for all the abandoned animals. So this is also a good option. Okay, people, for our next lesson, we are going to reply the last 2 questions. I'm going to write them here. Okay, what are you going to do next year? So are you sure about your plans? And what will you do if our Colombian soccer team wins the World Cup, the ones that are soccer fans as I am? So thank you very much for your understanding today, and I hope to see you on Friday. I don't know if you have any further question, any doubt.
No, teacher.
No, teacher. Thank you for the lesson.
My pleasure, Miguel. Here are the 2 questions so you can prepare your sentences for our next lesson. I have already sent to your emails the PowerPoint presentation. We are going to discuss about the benefits of sleeping, something that we like in general.
Okay, teacher.
Thank you. Have
Thank
a nice
you so
day.
much, teacher. You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye. Thanks for everything.
I see you this Friday.
Bye. Bye, Cristel. Bye, Andres. Bye, Tatiana. Have a nice day.